Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So we're gonna continue to see more changes, some more when it comes to abortion in the United States. We have had a couple news stories. Texas had a Supreme Court case on the abortion pill. They ruled it unconstitutional in the state of Texas. Thus said, um, stating that abortion will be illegal in the state of Texas. Democrats going on outrage over this. How that may affect Texas's politics over there, I have no idea. But we will. But when we have a similar case in Florida. So let's take a look at Florida. So Florida, uh, yeah, a lot of stuff going on in Florida. There's the floods. There's an alligator attack. But there was some news on Florida when it comes to abortion. Governor DeSantis did a 6-week abortion ban into law. Um, this could very much put a lot of political issues in Florida. I will tell you, Florida is pretty. We'll go, oh, isn't Florida as a Republican stronghold? Yes. Technically, as what we were seeing in the 2022 elections. But let's remember, Florida does have major cities off its eastern coast. And that is pretty much going to, if Republicans don't focus on those major cities, things can turn the other direction pretty quickly. So let's remember here. So Florida has been a Republican stronghold for a pretty long time before the 2000s. We talked about Orlando. Orlando, it was the biggest Republican stronghold in the 1970s through the 1950s to the 1990s. It had a huge Republican voting record, 70% Republican, thus being a major city. That really gave Republicans in Florida back then in the 20th century a huge foothold in the state of Florida when it comes to that. So we have our map here. Florida is under a legal through an 18th week LMP. And if Florida does join the pro life coalition, or the anti abortion coalition, I would mainly call like these 11, 10 states, what would it look like? I would suspect people it to be like Texas. Texas is abortion in Texas is illegal. The question is, Texas is a popular state. There have cities like Houston, Dallas, El Paso, San Antonio, um, Austin. That's going to pretty much affect politics. Um, Luckily for Republicans, there was a red wave year in the state of Texas, so apparently Texan voters aren't concerned about abortion. Same thing about Florida. It was a red wave year in Florida. Florida is, as of right now, is not banned abortion, but that can eventually change if Republicans if um, they need to kind of, if Republicans want to keep Florida, they're gonna have to do a little monitor their views. What I mean is, can Republicans ban abortion in their states? Absolutely. Republicans should be able to fulfill their agenda, but how are they going to play the game? That's what Republicans should be concerned about. How are they going to play the game? How are they going to do it in a way that they aren't going to get people triggered? They're not going to raise a liberal uprising, etc. So we see here the current status. Right now, Florida is tilted and adjusted. It's like Arizona right now. And I think Arizona has shifted more pro abortion lately. Let's be honest. They have two U.S. senators that are pro choice. They have a governor who is pro choice. Their Secretary of State who is pro choice. So I believe the Attorney General, I have no idea. No, I think the Attorney General is a Republican. I have no idea. I'm not an Arizonan. State government doesn't really. Sure, I guess state government. It all depends on the state government. There's also the North Carolina readjustment, a Democrat, becoming from, I believe it was Charlotte, in the state government in North Carolina, switching political affiliations to the Republicans. This gives Republicans a strong veto-proof shield when it comes to North Carolina. Republicans can pretty much veto, override the current Democrat governor's Roy Cooper's bills when it comes, or his vetoes, excuse me, push fulfilling their agenda. So, we got North Carolina, Florida, Arizona, Utah, both legal abortion states, although they do have, well, they were a little shaded in different color. North Carolina and Utah, it is legal through an 18th week LMP. We have Florida, Arizona is legal through a 15th week LMP. So, Utah and North Carolina, they're more restricted than Arizona and Florida. So, as of right now, do you think the liberal rules would get out right now? Yeah, I would think they'd start getting worried. Liberals are probably in Florida. Democrats are probably going to be pushing the agenda on abortion because once again, it's focusing on reality. States have the right to choose whether they are going to allow abortion in their state or not. So just keep that in mind here. So today I'm going to take a look at Republicans. They kind of need to step up their game, and it's not been really looking good for the GOP because Democrats know how to step up their game. They know how to do it. They stepped up their game in Illinois. They stepped up their game in New York. They stepped up their game in California. Then now these are unbreakable Democrat strongholds. But as for Texas, Florida, and Ohio, they're doing a little bit better. But Ohio, Texas especially, has been wishy-washy. And so too Ohio and Florida. Florida is getting way better for the Republicans. Same thing with Ohio. But they need to continue doing that. They also need to continue focusing on Texas. Republicans can't get all excited about Florida and Ohio. They can just leave Texas free and untouched. They need to focus on Texas too. So, we talked about the Miami area. I do think the Miami area, Miami-Dade, although a strong Republican county as of 2022, voted for Republicans by a 15-point margin, double digits. I would think there is a strong pro-choice margin. Very libertarian in that area. So I would say when it comes to states, when it comes to pro-choice and pro-life, and when it comes to that, I do think pro-choice has a very big upper hand. But I mean, abortion is a huge controversial issue. It's a issue that is super touchy, because all it is when does human life begin? One side says human life begins when the baby comes out of the womb, and life begins at the moment of conception. So it's really controversial. So I'm going to take a look at the county results. And it's not really the county results that I'm looking at. I'm mainly looking at. Oh yeah, this is the swing. So yeah, Florida went pure Republican, as you can see the swing here. Democrats couldn't really swing it. While it comes to trending, Democrats did good by trend. Not in Miami though. No. But they barely, just barely. So I'm mainly looking at counties that I'm gonna search up Florida counties because it's mainly counties with cities, big cities that are going to push Florida to the pro-choice. Do I think there's a majority of pro-choicers in there? Yes, because Florida is a libertarian state. They are going, and here's the population map. Okay, you'll say, "Oh wow, Republicans did really good in Miami-Dade, 55%. Wow, that you basically won yourself the election." Yeah, but when it comes to other places, like let's also remember they have Miami. That is also an influential area you should all be fighting for. So Alachua County definitely will be going to the pro-choice section. I'm going to take off Miami-Dade as of right now. Baker County, holding the city of McLenny. And it depends on how big the city is. Like I would say, it would be more pro-choice if it's above 15,000 people. So I'm going to say Baker County would be more to the pro-life. And it also depends on their voting. Like, if it's 55%, it's a good chance that this, 84%. So I would say this is more of a pro-life county, in Florida. So, Bay County, holding, Panama City. Now you think about the capital city of Panama, but it depends on how big Panama City is. Looks kind of big. 35 people. Okay, that could be very influential for more liberals. Okay, Bay County. Right. 70%. Despite that, I do think Panama City has an influential hold, so I'm probably going to put it here. Because I've seen, like in Kentucky and Kansas, we've seen Republican counties when that vote for 70 or 80% vote pro-choice. That can very much happen. A lot of Republicans are pro-choice. So it's not really Republicans are pro-life and Democrats are pro-choice. No, it's more of the libertarian type issue. So Bay County, Stark. All right. Yeah, I'm going to say Stark County will go to conservatives, pro-life section. Brevard County, I do think Brevard County is going to be influential enough that it can go pro-choice, being by the coast. And I believe it has major cities. We'll see. The elections, 57% definitely, possibly. Palm Bay, there's Titusville, Yeah, definitely. I do think I'll go pretty liberal. Um, so I'm gonna give Orange County there too. I'm gonna give the counties that I know for sure would tend to vote in the when it comes to abortion, like more to the pro-choice sector. And is there a chance that I may be wrong? Absolutely. I'm not 100% right. Broward County is definitely going to be a pro-choice sector, and I already put that there. Calhoun. Calhoun County is going to be 80%. Bluntstown. That's the city there. I think it's the biggest. 2,000. Um, yeah, I'd say Calhoun County would be more of a pro-life. So we got Calhoun, Charlotte. 70% for Charlotte. I'm just gonna take out the counties. We're just gonna go down. All right. This county, I believe, has Charlotte Harbor, and that's a pretty. Well, no, that's what it's named after. The largest community, Port Charlotte. 60. A lot of people. All right, that's good to know. Yeah, I say this county going trending that direction. So Citrus County, 74% Republican. I'd say it'd be pro-life, but Clay County, stronghold, but then again, it depends on 200. Okay, it has a good, decent population. Green Cove Springs, I think that's the largest city. Okay, it does have a lot of people. So we're probably going to give it to the choice column. Just by a little bit. Duval County, will add Duval in there. Collier. Alright, now this one is probably going to be... Yeah, there's way more Republicans in there. East Naples. That's the seat. Naples. Alright, it depends. 19,000 people. Yeah, I'd probably give it to the choice. So why are we choosing them all choice? Well, this is if, this is a scenario if like a 2022 scenario, like they pushed the pro-abortion agenda. How that worked out. How did this pro-abortion agenda turn out? If like, or like a ballot measure, like when it comes to Kansas and Montana and um, Kentucky, they voted. These red states voted to keep abortion, even though they're both strong Republican strongholds. This is like a ballot measure sort of deal. Okay, if you were given a poll, or they were have to go into the polls right now, what would they probably go towards? All right, so this is what it's looking like. Not so good for pro-life, right, as of right now. Collier, Columbia. Yeah, and I can't go through all of them. Let's be honest. Lake City, I'll try my best though. Columbia County, there's Lake City. 12,000 people. Alright, so I think I'm going to stop here when it comes to estimating the choice column. But let's just say, okay, what would probably happen if abortion was going to be a huge thing, huge important thing? Well, let's take a look here. If there was to be a reaction to, let's just say, in response, like a blue wave, quote unquote, when it comes to abortion. If this goes too far, and if the Democrats do end up building up and trying their best to take back Florida, will they do it? I think they will. I think they will try. Just because they voted strong for DeSantis doesn't necessarily mean it's over. Because let's remember, Democrats, they're good. They will rally up together. They will come together. They will find an issue to rally up. They're all going to push for that issue, and they're going to go to the polls together, and they're like they did to Wisconsin. So these, I would say, would be more of the said pro-choice. I mean, that would more states that would probably, if now this is if let's just say Republicans don't cautiously, if they don't cautiously play the game and try to restrict abortion by playing the game. So, this is sort of like what would happen, which counties are safe, which aren't, sort of deal. I wish they had the margin here, because that's how I like to do it. Baker, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. This Jefferson County, I think it's a higher margin. This is... yeah, this is 2. That's not going to work. 52%. I mean, we could try. $53. there's St. Lucie. That's a county that's trying to tilt more to the right, and I do think it did, definitely. It's that little port county. But I do think that county's going to stick up when it comes to like abortion rights, when it comes to that. Sumter, Suwannee, Union. Yeah, St. Lucie County is the only county that's mainly shifting more to that direction. Will Miami-Dade? Well, here's the thing. Miami-Dade is so popular. I don't know why. I mean, it could be, yeah. There's a lot of Republicans. I do think it more tilts more. Tilt possibly more to the left. Or it could possibly go Republican. It's honestly, we have no idea how this is going to go out. But this is what it's probably going to look like if Republicans probably don't play the game. And that's if they don't play the game. They don't control the backlash that's going on with the abortion. They don't be sneaky about their tactics. Is it turning out like this right now? No. I think Florida is looking pretty good for Republicans right now. There's no signs that it's turning out to be that way. So, but let's just jump all the way to the future. What if there's a lot of backlash? Well, this is probably what it could possibly look like. So what do you guys think about this? And even I do think St. Lucie would probably, yeah, probably lean more. Yeah, I don't know. So what do you guys think about this? Obviously, we recognize that abortion is a very controversial issue. It's issue that our country is fairly divided on. And when it comes to the abortion restrictions, that's a thing. That's what Republicans kind of need to be careful about, because we know how bad they did in 2022. Part of that was the abortion, because Democrats had the reason to go out and vote. So, and yeah, next video we'll be watching watching Red Eagle Politics video, reacting to their video, and kind of saying, okay, I'm gonna say, okay, what stuff do I agree that? Why did Republicans do this and why did Republicans do that? Okay, like, whose fault is it? Is it Trump's fault that Republicans lost in Minnesota? Is it Trump's fault that Republicans lost in Arizona? Is it Republicans' fault that they lost in Georgia? So I'll be kind of reacting to that video next. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next political episode.